It's fucking hot.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got a nice Music Mountain jug in the background. See, I put down episode 3 on my. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen out there? I got my good brother, about to be brother-in-law, Dale, on here. I needed some little bit of freshness when it came to videos and stuff like that. Like and subscribe, Shockeycast video, or under my name, Keith Shockey, for YouTube. Dale, which you want to shout out some of the stuff on there? Like, what do you go under? Like your Instagram, Snapchat. People can look you up.
Y'all add me, Dale Corny 38. That's my Snapchat. And well, today's topic we're gonna be talking about just some random stuff, really. We're starting everything off new, fresh. Just our first time doing YouTube and everything, so we're gonna get it right the first go around.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we here to talk about?
We're talking about how things have changed since 2020, since the coronavirus epidemic, and all this about how how things have changed over time. And I understand, we also going to bring up some politics. People are going to know we're going to talk about politics because it's all over the place. It's literally in our homes. It's in front of our families. It's destroying families. It's destroying ways of life. But anyway, coronavirus hit 2020. What was you doing during that time frame?
Working.
Working where? Turpins?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Having your boss yell at you every day because you think you're doing something right, but you're actually not doing something right. Really weird. I was working for the casino and it shut down. So I was on a furlough period for about 3 months. But things really didn't change until January of 2021. Yep. But we had the big feud. Donald Trump and Joe Biden were clashing. And people didn't know who to believe, so they decided to pick old Joe, Sleepy Joe. And I had this a guy brought up. He said he wanted to talk about how things have messed up over the whole year, over the first year in office for him. And I want you to do a little bit of your rant on some things, what you think. We do have this PG little style, but I have it open where it's not for kids.
Right.
So.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what he's trying to say is we're here to talk about FJB, if you know what that stands for. I mean, you should.
Yeah, because
it's obvious.
Sports.
It's all over Snapchat, TikTok, and everything. F Joe Biden. And a YouTuber actually created it named Braden Price. Y'all go give him a like and subscribe also.
Yeah. But I watched how people were sitting there talking about how amazing this guy is. And I'm not sitting here bashing the president 110% because he is our president. He is leading the country. God forbid, he we don't want him to throw nukes or missiles to Russia at any point in time. But think about it like this. If things were different, things are different, very, very different. And we are all experiencing this. And if we want to go a little preschool on this show has been brought to you by the number 4 for $4 a gallon and higher. Man, how you handling up with that gas prices lately? Oh man, what do you think about it with the gas prices?
Just like I said earlier, FJB. That is some BS right there. Like $4.50 a gallon, $6 almost for diesel. How you expect us to make a living when we can't even get gas for $1.76 no more?
And I was talking about this earlier. I was talking this the other day. I said I'm pretty much working for $10 a gallon for my job because I drive an hour and a half to my job and I drive an hour and a half back, and literally I waste more money in gas on a week time than I've done ever. And working $15 an hour, that looks really, really good, when you look at it, right? Mm-hmm. It looks at $15 a gallon, but look at it like this. You're spending $80 a week on gas.
Look, let's see. It takes almost $80 to fill my car up now.
$20 don't even do a quarter tank. Nope. Not even that. Man, I remember in 2020, 2019, 2018, all that, gas prices were down $1.62 around there, $2 at the most. And I was like, man, this is amazing, man. I could put $20 in my gas, boom, fill it up all the way for a whole week, literally. and not spend nothing much at all.
Right.
And now it's at $5 a gallon, and I'm looking at it like, are you out of your mind? This is stupid. This is retarded. This is crazy. And I found out a good solution of what Joe Biden can do if he ever is watching YouTube. I don't think he understands what YouTube really is because he probably doesn't even know what's going on right now.
This guy fell down a flight of stairs coming off an airplane. That explains it all, folks. Right there. Fell down a flight of stairs coming out of an airplane.
No. He wasn't coming out of an airplane.
Or
he was going up an airplane. How do you fall walking? And you have rails. Anything you walk upstairs, you have rails that help you walk up the stairs. So if you feel like you're about to fall, you can just catch the rails. This dude fell down the stairs. How do you fall down the stairs when you got rails? And literally he got up to the top and he was like, saluting. Who are you saluting? Who are you saluting? The sky? God?
Yourself because you fell down the stairs?
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. And another thing is, and I found a good solution to this, and I figured out how he was doing this. One, he's got to be self-aware of what's going on in front of him. Yes, we all common sense-wise do this. Two is this. For anything in politics, I could tell you how he could solve the gas prices crisis. Is this. The Keystone Pipeline. Keystone Pipeline. If he would have never messed with the Keystone Pipeline,
gas will be $1.76 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be taking $35 for a car or whatever you drive up, basically.
All right, I'm gonna turn the air conditioner on. You can ramp, whatever. I'll be back. Trying stuff out.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
So y'all go give us a like and subscribe, drop comments if you want to. Tell us what you think about this topic and everything and stuff like that.
I ain't done. That's just the beginning. I'm just getting on new stuff. We're almost in a war with Russia. Do you feel you might get drafted?
Not me.
Oh man, I've already done it before, and it really is scary. I had a video. I was talking to some former soldiers. Well, they're not former soldiers now. They're former enlisted soldiers. They're not officers. And literally,
if they won't be, they're going to have to come to my front door and get me.
Well, the government may be on that type of phrase.
Or come to my job.
But I'm going to tell you right now, there's Russians. We need to start taking some ideas from them and start learning how they do things, because they got some strong-ass guys. They do. They got some guys that may not be country boys, but you put them in a category for country boys. These boys can take us out in a snap of a finger. Literally a snap of a finger if they wanted to. Russians, they have no heart. Look at Rocky and look at the boxer against Rocky, and the guy just killed him straight off with one punch. A few punches against Apollo Creed. And literally, Russians have they don't care. They don't care. They have been brain drained into this world that they believe that the government knows what they're doing and they know how to do things, and they literally know how to run a country. So they're going to rely on what the government says instead of their own free will and their own thoughts. So that's but anyway, Biden sitting there. I just saw a picture that my grandparents put on Facebook the other day. My grandparents have Facebook. I couldn't believe that. But my grandparents put on there a picture of Joe Biden. Not Joe Biden. It was a picture of Putin. Mm-hmm. And Putin's sitting there, and it was actually a picture of the way they did it was they got they had you know what I'm talking about, Jeff Dunham. They had Jeff Dunham and the doll, right? And the guys they encrypted the picture of Joe it was Joe Biden as the doll, like Walter, and Vladimir Putin is is Jeff Dunham. And he's putting it out there, and you can see Joe Biden's the dummy. But trying to figure something out to talk about besides Joe Biden. We could talk about him all day if we wanted to.
Yeah, all day.
Literally, he is a showstopper, literally. And I'm surprised because I didn't even know who he was when Obama was elected. I was like, who's this guy? He is the Delaware native, and I think that snow got to him up there up north. He talks about how he's the best. He was the top of the class in his law school. When you look back at his information, he was one of the lowest percentage. In his class. Now think about it now. You know, that was back when you had books and stuff. You can one. But hold on. We all over the place today. And he literally is like one of the lowest in his class. He's not the brightest bunch of the bunch. And he walked off. He had to take a phone call real quick. But he's not the brightest thing at all. And when he got elected as president, I was shocked because, you know, people could talk trash about Donald Trump all they want. He literally knew what he was doing, and we wasn't in a situation that we were. And Ukraine was pretty much safe. But anyway, he messed up a lot of stuff. And I'm not sitting here bashing him, but I'm saying the truth. You look at it every day in what's going on in society nowadays. People are worshiping this guy like he's a god. He doesn't even have, he doesn't, I haven't heard him much make a legit speech since he's been elected. Since he literally has been elected. His State of the Union address was like almost half a year after he got elected. Half a year.
Okay. I'll make sure
She was checking to see if my sound was sounding good on the actual video and stuff, listening to it for a second. But yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He literally doesn't. And I'm not sitting here saying I would know what to talk about. But looking at it, gas prices are going up. We're almost in a war with Ukraine. Not Ukraine, but Russia. Ukraine literally is fighting for their lives. And everybody who was in Ukraine is out of Ukraine, trying to get out of Ukraine. And I'm literally sitting here asking one question. Why are we even getting involved when we have a lot of problems in the United States as we see it as? You know, we have like I was listening to one of the podcasters I like to listen to, and he said literally we're going through another civil war. We are, where people are fighting against ideologies, and literally people are fighting that the way that things are going is the right way. We should do this. We should do that. We should rely on the government 110%. Why are we relying on the government when we can just do our own thing, make a living, live our own life, and be prosperous, be happy? The problem is nowadays is we work our behinds off and literally we don't get any rewards for that. We're sitting here spending money on bills, trying to keep up with our bills, our rent, our utilities, and all that. But the problem is everything is skyrocketing day in and day out. And literally I'm working a job that's $15 an hour, but I feel like I'm working for $10 an hour because the gas prices are so high that I'm literally spending $80 a week on gas to get to work and back so I can make a living to support my family. And it's getting crazier as we go. You know, people are sitting here almost trash talking you and blocking you off of Facebook and social media because they don't want to hear the truth. You know what the truth is? The truth is we need better leaders in the United States. And the problem is that a lot of the good leaders that we have are folding. Just like in a poker game, you know, they're getting aces in their pockets. They're getting pocket aces on their hand and they're throwing it away. Why? Because the other opponent is making a higher threat. If you don't listen to me and you don't believe what I say, then I'm going to cancel you. Instead, they are not going, I will call your bluff and I will go all in and make a sacrifice just because I believe that you are incorrect and I know something about what's going on in today. It's something that is very big and is very sentimental to talk about because we don't want to sit there and talk about it. We want to sit there and avoid what's going on, and literally we don't want to talk about it. We sit there and we go, oh, I'm not going to talk about it today. I'm literally going to go on my way, live my life, take the blue pill, and just act like nothing's ever happened. block our vision, go forward, and we don't see what's going left and what's right of us. We need to focus on what's going all around us instead of going straight forward like this. We need to stand more often instead of sitting more often. We need to stand there and start saying, why are we voting these weird people, these people in, when we should be voting them out, finding people who are better or different qualities? I'm not sitting here and saying that I support one side from the other. I'm saying I'm in the middle, and I'm sitting here left and right trying to pick out who's who, and it's really tough. It's tough when you don't want to take sides. I'm a very conservative person, but I do believe in rights. I do believe in constitutional rights. I do believe in everything that's going on around me every day. Now, I did, and I am going to admit, I did vote for Donald Trump. Why? Because Donald Trump makes a lot of sense in his platform. His platform made very valued sense. He made a lot of views that were very agreeable. He said a lot of truth. Now documentary, not record wise, I don't know if he's factually correct. We don't all know he's factually correct. Do we know if he filed his taxes? We don't know that. Why? Because we should not be aware of that. We should be aware of what the person is saying and how they say it and what they are doing. We have better jobs than we ever had in the last 4 years. Unemployment was skyrocket low for the last 4 years under his administration. Now we're just sitting here. He's making it where people are going to be unemployed or they're going to stick to the same spot they're in for the last 4 years. I've been looking all over the place for a higher paying job, and literally it is impossible to find a higher paying job that will fit me and fit the life that I'm living right now. That's closer to me, closer to what I'm doing in general. And it's tough. It's tough. And I understand people are like, we need to survive for the next 3 years on this. Pick out another person. The guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Why did you vote him in? Why? We had another option. We had like 4 or 5 other options. You could have just picked this third person. You could have picked Kanye. He was actually on the ballot, by the way. Kanye West was on the ballot. I thought that was really interesting. I looked at you could have picked the independent one, the Green Party, the Blue Party, the White Party. I don't know. The birthday party, the country party, the whatever party they had. Why did you sit there and go for the person who was the least good? Oh, that's our cat whining over here. One of our cats. She's been doing that all day. But I just sit there and I question that all the time. I sit there and question, why do we go through what we're doing today? You can't even go on vacation. You literally cannot go on vacation now because of the gas prices being so high that you want to take a trip to Destin Beach, Florida, but you can't go to Florida because gas prices are $5 a gallon, and I'm paying $200 or $300. I'm paying $200 to literally go on vacation. I'm paying $200 to $300 to get to Florida to take a vacation and come back. So now I'm paying $400 during the whole 2 weeks, or in the past week or two. I'm paying almost $100, $200 to get there, $100, $200 back. If the gas prices drop down to $1.60 something a gallon, I guarantee you would be able to spend about $100 in that whole entire week you were going off to Florida to enjoy the beach, to enjoy the scenery, to enjoy tourism. And it is questionable where you want to go because you really want to go places. And flight tickets are going high too, because now you're paying $500 to $600 just to fly to Georgia, from Louisiana, because even though it's worth probably $200 to fly to another part of the country, it's not right now. It's literally worth $400 to $500 to get to the other side of the country when it used to be cheaper than that. Now people are going to be like, oh, we're in a new world. We're in a new today society where everything is going to be this way because of the debt crisis and this and that. No. How does it go from $1.60 something to $4 a gallon in a matter of a year? That's what I want to know. That's the question I want to know. If you know what it is, can you please explain to me why we're going through a high gas prices, why our inflation rate is high? For a gallon of milk is literally $7, $6 to $7. Why is it that high? Why do we need that? If we're having such a problem with getting people to get jobs, why is our gas prices so high? Why are we going through such an inflation crisis? I don't know. And that's something that everybody questions. But people still praise this man who they elected. There was a lot of few Democrats that actually was more exceptional. And I could honestly believe that they were going to do something, if they got into the office. And they would do really great as president, but they were just like any other player at the game. They would fold their hand. They would literally fold their hand. And they would give up what they were giving. They would I'm going all in with what I have to say. And then they're like, are you sure about that? And then they second guess what's going on in their head. And they literally fold the aces. When probably they could have won. They didn't take a chance. They literally did not take a chance. And I'm not saying that all politicians are horrible. Politicians are not all horrible. There are a few politicians on the left. And there are a few politicians on the right that are literally fully exceptional. They do disagree with a lot of the things that they have heard lately, but they fold. Life is like a poker game. You're going to hold your hand, play your bets and win, or you're going to fold that hand that probably could have gotten you 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, a flush, whatever it may have been to win that hand. Exceptional player. Why? Because sometimes I take less chances sometimes, but I do take chances. I do really look at what's going on around me. I look at, okay, who's playing, how they're playing, what are they playing? And it's sometimes I don't take, sometimes I literally put that hand in, all in, that bet in. Yes, little girl. I'm talking about the cat. She's literally right here. She's literally up here. Ow. Clawing me now. She wants to get my attention, I guess. But literally, the world is not like it was in 2019. It wasn't like that in 2018. It wasn't like that in 2017 or 16. People cried because they wanted a new change. You got your change. You literally got your change. And I asked like this. I said, are you happy with the change? Are you literally happy with what's going on around you? And if you are happy, then that's great. If it benefits you. Now, if it doesn't benefit you, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with what's going on around you? And I know people don't watch this. Or if they do watch this, they don't really take a understanding with what is it. They don't understand what I'm saying here. I'm telling this to all of America. Are you satisfied with what's going on, or else are you going to sit there and take a chance and do something about it? Not physically, not riot, not literally turn into a mass riot bunch. No. Are you going to sit there and say, maybe I'm going to run, or maybe I'm going to do this, or maybe I'm going to do that? Because the price of everything is skyrocketing. It's so tough for us to even make rent because our landlords are wanting us to pay $700 a month on a trailer that's probably worth $500 a month because of the energy. I'm literally on a bind right now trying to pay energy bill, which is skyrocket high. Why? Because everything's skyrocketed. How about this energy, huh? What happened with this Green New Deal? How are we supposed to save energy? Internet. How are we going to pay our internet if everything is going up as we speak? It is literally going like this. drop. The question is, are you ready? Are you ready for this new life? This is a whole new world. This is not Aladdin style where everything's hunky-dory great. This is a whole new world where we're in the middle of two families, two people who are supposed to be working on the same page are going against each other. They're fighting. And they're not fighting for the good reasons. And I say this to the president, is this: are you going to keep on having us live in this whole new world that doesn't seem right, where we do have to rely on you because we have no choice? Or are you going to sit there and do some good things? Drop down the gas prices a little bit. Yeah, it might kill us a little bit, but it'll help us. Why? Because we're going to put more money into gas. We're going to put more money into gas that could help with paying for oil from Iraq, Iran, instead of going after their country, taking over the country, stealing gas, and coming home. We have more gas down on the Gulf of Mexico than we do anywhere in the world. We have gallons of gas that's pumping right now that will never stop. Will never stop. We're not taking advantage of it. We're wanting to take over oil from Russia. And I say this, like Keystone Pipeline, I brought it up earlier. The Keystone Pipeline is one of the most highly productive oil rig areas in the nation with natural gas. Not petroleum, not diesel, none of the types. It's different types of gas that we can use to help with the environment, also help with paying for gas because different types of oil has different types of value, and also we can just save money. We can save more money if we chop down things, if we drop down a lot of things. And I'm going on this humongous rant. But sometimes people do need to take a rant. Sometimes people need to stand up and say, I'm tired of this. I'm literally tired of what's going on around me. And I'm not talking about the I'm not talking about the low road or whatever. I'm not talking about going out with a bang and just taking out everything in sight, even yourself. No, I'm talking about when election day comes back around in 2024, what we should be doing is looking at everything and being very observant and saying, this guy or this lady may not know what she's talking, he or she's talking about. They may not know what they're talking about. Let me listen to them more and see if their story changes over time. And they will. You'll spot that. And when you do spot that, I just say, go to the next person. Let's see what they have to say. Go to the next person. Go to the fourth, or go to the fifth, go to the sixth, go to the seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. And let's see everybody's story plays out. Look at their rap sheet, not their rap sheet, but their resume. Look at their credentials. Look at everything around them. Because if you look at everything of what's going on around you, then we wouldn't have been in this situation. For instance, the Obama administration, yes, they did a lot of great things too. They didn't do 100% great things. All politicians never done 100% because some politicians went to war and they didn't want to go to war. But they had to because there were certain things that was putting them in that situation. Some politicians may had to try to get out of a war. Why? Because if the money was pumping in too hard, we could not keep soldiers over there for a long period of time, and they were ready to come home. They were tired of living in another country where they have to learn to speak another language. They wanted to speak their own language in their own country where they know what's going on around them and not be afraid of an RPG shooting them from the sky. I say it like this, folks. If you're going to get out of a war, do it responsibly. Biden didn't really do that. He did not. He literally did not put that into perspective. He kind of just like, let's get what we can and get out. Literally find a way to get out of the situation we're in the quickest time as possible. So, and then 13 people died. Why? Because they had to hold their ground? the place was going to hell anyway. Get these people out. And then when you were at the ceremony, when all the cast, were going across you, left and right constantly like this, going over you, you're literally looking at your watch. Why are you looking at your watch? What are you trying to? It doesn't make sense. I don't even know why he did that. I don't know why he did that. And I've been going on such a rant that it's literally driving me nuts. Not really crazy, mentally crazy, but sit there and I wish I could just sit there and ask these questions. Because it's funny when we know probably more about what's going on at the White House than the politicians know at the White House. Because it's so secretive. It's so top secret. It's classified information. It's, highly secret. No, it's not highly secret when we know a lot about what's going on around us. Now you're putting America as a secret. Now you're putting America as, this is the reason why we're doing this. We're doing this for your own benefit. We're doing this to help you to produce higher pay. We produce higher pay, it's going to produce higher demand. When you do higher demand, you're going to need higher production. Supply and demand, right? That's what they're going to say. I think, honestly, if we keep everything keep things like, for instance, milk, gallon of milk. If you leave it at $3, that's fine. I could tolerate $3 a gallon. If you put gas at $1.60 something a gallon, I can tolerate that because it's a reasonable price. When you raise milk up to $7 a gallon, I'm paying a $10 bill for a gallon of milk. That means my whole groceries that I'm buying at a store, is going to go to $200 at your local local grocery store. Why? Why are we paying $10? What? It was like $6 for a loaf of bread. $6 for a loaf of bread. Literally went to the store today to buy a little bit of sliced cheese. 16 slices of regular cheese to put on my burger, right? And literally it was $2, $3. The cheapest was like $2. I don't know what's going on with the cats around here. But yeah, it was like $2. The most expensive 16 slices of cheese was $3 for Kraft. Why? When I'm paying almost a $5 bill for a piece of cheese this much. It's crazy, right? If you agree, then if you agree, you can be like, right? Yeah, that's correct. If you don't agree, I can understand that and I can respect your decision 100%. Give me a reason. Give me a reason why things are going so high. Give me a reason why we're living in a whole new world where literally we're relying on cryptocurrencies. Literally relying on a cryptocurrency of 20,000 Shiba coins to pay for a loaf of bread. I don't know. I'm trying to bang it out. I'm investing in cryptocurrencies and trying to put money into something that at least I know I can sit it in and not touch because of the fear. We're living in a world of fear. We're living in a world of fear where we're afraid that we're having to learn a new language literally because what if the country takes over? Whatever country comes in and takes over. What if we had to learn how to speak Chinese and because China may come over or Russian? But I'll tell you right now, who's going to want to come to America? Who's going to want to come over here and live a freedom life when we're literally fighting for our own freedom in our own country? And we are having politicians coming in here. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. And it's taking over everybody's lifestyle. And we're living a new world. People in Washington, are you satisfied with what's going on around you, or are you going to be willing to go all in on the pocket twos and hopefully win the pot to win the money. I don't really have much to say after this. Oh, Dale's coming back?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's a lot to talk about. It's just so much to even think about. And it's just a lot to process. And and I sit there and I just sit there and blab and blab and blab. But I'm going to go in here real quick, check something out, and see what's going on. But I'm not sitting here, I'm not blasting, politics. I'm sitting here saying literally, hold on. Got to change something. Thank y'all for reminding me on this. I was going to do it earlier and we went live all of a sudden. I'll change that because people are going to episode 3 probably. And instead, they're like, why is it episode 3? It meant to be episode 4. But we're working on new stuff, working on new ideas. And I'm trying to come up with new titles and new things, new content that we can put on here. And right now, it's really tough to put out new topics because there's nothing new on social media except I did. I said, is people in America satisfied with what's going on with today's society and today's lifestyle and looking at what's going on around them? Because I'm not satisfied at all. I sit there and I go to my fiance and literally complain about having to go to my job because why am I going to my job? I'm literally working $10 $10 an hour. And she's like, you're working $15 an hour. No, I'm literally working $10 an hour. My value right now is $10 an hour because of the gas prices skyrocketing. And that's something that really puts me in jeopardy because now I'm looking for something with a higher rate. My value is not really my value. When you're working, folks, when you're working $17 an hour, you're not working $17 an hour. Remember that, folks. You're not working $17 an hour. When my brother right here, Dale, goes to work and he's working $12.50 $12.50 an hour. He's not working $12.50 an hour. He's working $9 an hour. There he is. He walked by here, grabbed something to drink probably. But he's not working that. He's working $9 an hour because the rest of it goes to gas. That's what I said to Shelby. I said that the other day. I said, I'm literally working $10 an hour because the extra $5 an hour is going to $5 a gallon.
Right.
America should not be satisfied with what's going on around. They shouldn't be. They should be like, I'm tired of this. Impeach the guy. You're putting us in. You're putting
Trump back in office.
Yeah, he says that. He says, get Donald Trump back in office. Donald Trump probably agrees. He would probably agree with you. He'd be like, you're a man that will wear a MAGA hat.
I said this once and I'll say it again. Donald Trump's going to be the 47th president of the United States.
Well, the way things are looking right now in views and opinions on a lot of people out there, people are opening up their eyes. Literally, people are opening up their eyes. And I said this earlier. You were talking to your girlfriend on the phone and everything, and I wasn't going to bother you on that. But literally, I asked society today, I said this, and people today, whoever watches, I don't know, literally, I said this. Are you satisfied with the way things are going in America?
No, I'm not.
It's exactly. It's like saying, I want a refund. Take him back. Put him back on the shelf, I don't want him anymore. I want a new president. You know what I mean?
And y'all do not go vote for that chick, Camille, whatever her name is. Look, do not.
Chameleon.
Do not. I got pros and I got cons of why not to vote for her.
I'll tell you what, man. I was going on a rant earlier. I should have been at a Republican National Convention with the way I spoke. Let me guess. That's her calling you again.
Probably. Yeah. But anyway.
We had some tea.
We'll do it at the bottom right there.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Tim Pool would love this. He's the same way as us. He agreed 100%. He's doing his own thing. Not today. Probably off.
FJB again. Also, we can start making stickers if you want to buy them. Link in the description. Comment.
She is calling. I told her to come on the thing.
Well,
Shockeycast
this
video.
concludes.
The new cast that's trying to go big.
Exactly. Y'all
My
like,
dream is
follow, and
actually
subscribe.
go to
We'll
West
keep you
Virginia
updated
and
for
talk to
part
Jim.
whatever
It's
this is.
I'd love to talk to Ian Crossland and all of them, all Tim cast. That'd be great. We're not done yet. Still. All right. Well, folks, we're getting phone calls from people around, I guess. He's getting phone calls. He got to get out because he's got a date going on. And I'm going to be getting off soon because I'm probably going to video game on some poker. But if you like it, she'll probably share it and put on there the name and go on the site and literally share this. Like, subscribe. I know it was a rant on this guy. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, y'all do some stickers. Oh, you talking about my name stickers? Oh, that'd be cool. Shockeycast video. Y'all want to get some stickered up sticker? We're going to try to work on some merch. That'd be great. Just random new things. We're going to come up with ideas and come up with new stuff. We're going to work on building this up. That'd be fun to probably try to eventually get the mics rolling and getting that working out and trying to get some new production stuff so we can come up with new stuff, you know. Probably get Dale to have his own little thing going on by himself and what he wants to do. Talk about, talk about four-wheelers and trucks and stuff and different things. I, do my little rants on whatever I want to do. It's more like a vlog, I guess you could say. I don't know. But Shockeycast video, like and subscribe. Go on here and give me your comments on what you think about this new world and how we're living today. All right, folks, it's 8:02 p.m. I'm about to get off of here. Y'all have a good weekend. Love you all. Good night.